And then, of course, the holidays come and add added pressure to your life, you know? I do not like the holidays. The only thing I like about the holidays, I must say, is family gatherings with an alcoholic family member. People laughing right now have that family member. Because they know, just like I know, they make it memorable. Alcoholic family members create memories. Nobody ever says, hey, remember that Christmas dinner where everything went perfectly and nothing at all happened? No. It's always like, hey, remember that Christmas dinner when Uncle Darryl got mad at Aunt Jen and stood up at the table and put his dick in her mashed potatoes? That's a memory. Memorable. You will never forget that. Indelibly burned on your brain. You will be on your deathbed talking about that. Like, hey, remember that Christmas dinner? Uncle Darryl stuck his dick in the mashed potato. And from that day forward, we called it Dicksgiving. Alcoholic family members, they are the best. Now, in my family, it was my grandfather. My grandfather was an alcoholic, and he was a loving drunk, you know. You know the loving drunk? They're the ones that he'd be like, Chuck, come here, Chuck. Sit on my lap. One day, you're gonna be too big to sit on Grandpop's lap. And I'd be like, yo, Granddad, I'm 35. Because the last time I sat on your lap, you had an erection, it was weird. You people are really fucked up for laughing at that. And I love you for it. But my grandfather has passed, and so as a service to my family, I have picked up the mantle. I am now the family alcoholic. And if you don't have a family alcoholic, I encourage you to start drinking heavily. Be the change that you would like to see. I'm telling you, that's what I'm doing. That is what I'm doing. I have picked up the mantle, and if you need some tips, I am here for you. I'll give you a couple right now, okay? Number one, start drinking at noon. But you don't want to go too heavy too soon, because you don't want to get sloppy like 2 o'clock. Let me tell you about you. No. See, that's amateur. What you want to do is a slow build up until dinner, where right at dinner, you reach peak drunk. And then you sit down at the table and open old wounds. Or create new ones. It's up to you. You're in the alcoholic driver's seat. You can do whatever you want. I can't wait for this Christmas. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I got it mapped out right now. I'm gonna start drinking around 12:30, starting off with Cabernet. And I'll just have that, slowly increasing the consumption rate until about 5:30, because we eat at 6 o'clock. At 5:30, I will have 2 shots of Maker's Mark. So that when I sit down to the table, I will be at the apex of inebriation. And I will sit down to the table, and once we say our blessing and everyone has their plate, I shall open the table to discussion. I will start off with an appetizer. appetizer where I inform my family that I am still an ardent supporter of Donald Trump. That'll get the juices flowing. Get the hair on the back of their neck up. I shall follow that up with an intermezzo of Kanye West is a genius. And a role model for little black boys everywhere. That's when they'll be like, And then for a main course, my piece de resistance, I shall follow everything up with a closer of Michelle Obama is totally and completely overrated. Yes! Let the games begin! Because you know you cannot walk into any black home and talk about Michelle Obama. You just can't do that. Actually, you can't walk into most white homes and talk about Michelle Obama right now. You know what I mean? Be like, hey, buddy, listen, I'm no fan of Barack, but Michelle, come on, guy.